Hi, welcome back. In today's video, we would like to write a Python program to check if a triangle is equilateral, isosceles, or scalene. So first of all, we need to know what are these triangles. Let me review the definitions. So a triangle is equilateral if all sides are equal. Okay, so a triangle is equilateral if all sides are equal. For example, side 1 equals side 2 equals side 3. So, for example, side 1 is 5 centimeter and side 2 and side 3 are also 5 centimeters. Therefore, side 1, for example, equals 5, side 2 equals 5, side 3 equals 5 as well. It means that side 1 equals side 2 equals side 3. When we are having this situation, we call our triangle equilateral. Now, we call a triangle isosceles if a triangle is isosceles if two of the sides are equal. Okay, it means that, for example, side 1 equals 5, side 2 equals 5, and side 3 equals, for example, 10, for example. So these two sides are equal. This is why that we can call this triangle isosceles. Okay, so two sides are equal. This could be side 1 and side 2. This could be side 1 and side 3. This could be side 2 and side 3. So if any of the two sides of a triangle are equal, we are going to call that triangle isosceles. Okay. Then we are going to have the scalene triangle, meaning that neither of the sides are equal. So a triangle is scalene if neither of the sides are equal, meaning that side 1, for example, equals 2, side 2 equals 3, and side 3 equals 4, for example. In this situation, we are going to call this triangle a scalene. So we would like to write a Python program to check if a triangle is equilateral, isosceles, or scalene. And we reviewed these three definitions to have a better understanding of what it means to have a triangle that is equilateral, a triangle that is isosceles, or a triangle that is scalene. Okay, now, first of all, we are going to ask the user to enter three numbers. So we are going to use the input function and ask the user to enter side 1. We are going to save it as a float because when we are using the input function, by default, it's a string. We are going to convert it to float and assign it to a. We're going to do the same thing with side 2. We're going to use the input function to get it, and then we convert it to float and assign it to b. And side 3 is also goes through the same procedure and is assigned to c. And now, in order to understand if a triangle is of the type 1, 2, or 3, we need to define a function. This is our function, check triangle. In this function, we are going to check if the triangle is equilateral, isosceles, or scalene. But before that, we need to check the sides of our triangle to see if they are valid or not, because it means that when we are having the addition of two sides, it must be larger than the third size. Okay, the third side, yeah. So for example, a plus b must be larger than c, and a plus c must be larger than b, and b plus c must be larger than a. This is a general rule for sides of triangles of a valid triangle. So first of all, we are going to check this. If this part is true, we are going to call the check triangle function. Otherwise, if this statement is not true, it means that we are not even having a valid triangle. We need to revise it, and this message is shown. The given sides do not form a valid triangle. Okay, so we imagine that we are going to enter inputs that is a valid triangle. We are going to call the check triangle function, and we are going to pass three arguments, a, b, and c. So the check triangle function is called using three arguments, a, b, and c. So we check to see if the sides, all of them are equal. So a equals b equals c. If this statement is true, we are going to print this message. The triangle is equilateral. Okay. But if this statement is not true, so this part is not going to be executed, and we go for the next condition. If a equals b, or b equals c, or a equals c. So here we check to see if any of the two sides of the triangle are equal. So a equals b, or b equals c, or a equals c, because if any of these conditions is true, it means that we are having an isosceles triangle. So we check all the sides 2 by 2 if they are equal. If we at least have two sides that are equal, it's an isosceles triangle. Okay, if all of them are equal, it's equilateral. So we check a with b if it's equal or not, b with c, or a with c. If any of these conditions, any of these three conditions is true, we are going to enter this else part, and we are going to this elif part, and we are going to print this message. The triangle is isosceles. Otherwise, if neither this condition nor this condition is true, it means that the triangle is scaling. So we are going to print the scaling message in the output. Okay, so this is how we can check the type of our triangle. So let me run the code first. It says enter side 1, I say 5, enter side 2, I would say 5, enter side 3, I say 5. So all of the sides are equal. We expect to have this message. The triangle is equilateral. So when I enter, it says the triangle is equilateral. So we call the check triangle function, and we see with these three arguments, and then we check here a equals b equals c. Yes, so the triangle is equilateral. Then this message is shown. So if I run the code one more time, so 5, 6, and 7, when I run the code, this time it says the triangle is scaling. Why? Because we are having a triangle and neither of the sides are equal. So 5, 6, and 7. The first one, all of them must be equal. The second one, two of them must be equal. And if neither of them are equal, it's scaling. And finally, we are having, for example, another triangle, which is 5, 4, and 5, let's say. And this is a triangle of type isosceles. So this one. Why? Because the first side and the second side, both of them are the same number. So here we check a equals b, 5 equals 4, no. B equals c, 4 equals 5, no. A equals c, so 5 equals 5, yes. Therefore, it enters and checks here. The triangle is isosceles. So in this video, we learned how we can write a program to check if a triangle is of type equilateral, isosceles, or scaling. Thank you for watching.